Laugh it up a little. You do the math. Take a little time in this life to laugh. So the girl asked the guy, take me out to an expensive place tonight. So he put her in the car and took her up to the gas station. I got a friend that's so poor. I went over his house, looked into his bread box. It was a rat sitting in there eating an onion, crying. Three proofs that Jesus was Jewish. He went into his father's business. He lived at home until he was 33. He was sure his mother was a virgin, and his mother was sure that he was God. Three proofs that Jesus was Irish. He never got married. He was always telling stories, and he loved green pastures. Three proofs that Jesus was Puerto Rican. His first name was Jesus. He was bilingual. He was always being harassed by the authorities. Three proofs that Jesus was Italian. He talked with his hands. He had wine with every meal, and he worked in the building trades. Three proofs that Jesus was black. He called everybody brother. He liked gospel. He couldn't get a fair trial. Three proofs that Jesus was a Californian. He never cut his hair. He walked around barefoot. He started a new religion. Three proofs that Jesus was a woman. He had to feed a crowd at a moment's notice when there was no food. He kept trying to get the message across to a bunch of men who really didn't get it. Even dead, he had to get up because there was more work for him to do. A couple had two little boys who were always getting into trouble. Their parents knew that if the mischief occurred in the village, their sons were probably involved. The boy's mother heard that an elder in town had been successful in disciplining children, so she asked if he would speak with her sons. The elder agreed, but asked to see them separately. So the mother sent her youngest son first. In the morning, the elder, a huge man with a booming voice, sat down and asked him sternly, "Where is God?" The boy's mouth dropped open, but he made no response. So the elder repeated the question in an even sterner tone, "Where is God?" Again, the wide-eyed boy made no attempt to answer. The elder raised his voice and bellowed, "Where is God?" The boy screamed and bolted from the room, ran directly home, and dove into a closet, slamming the door behind him. When his older brother found him hiding, he asked, "What happened?" The younger brother gasped for breath, replying, "We are in big trouble this time. God is listening, and they think we did it." What was the secret of Delilah getting into Samson's house? She picked his locks. Why did Samson try to avoid arguing with Delilah? He didn't want to split hairs. The minister and the taxi driver. A minister just died and is standing waiting to be judged and admitted to heaven. While waiting, he asked the man in front of him about himself. The man says, "I'm a taxi driver from New York City." The angel standing at the gate calls out next, and the taxi driver steps up. The angel hands him a golden staff and a lot of fruits, cheese, and wine, and let him pass. The taxi driver is quite pleased and proceeds through the gates. Next, the minister steps up to the angel who hands staff and some bread and water. The minister is very concerned and asks the angel, that guy is a taxi driver and gets a golden staff and a lot of fruit. I spend my entire life as a minister and I get nothing. How can that be? The angel replied, up here we judge on results. All of your people sleep through your sermons. In the taxi, they pray. Waking up to church. One Sunday morning, a mother went in to wake her son and tell him it was time to get ready for church. To which he replied, I am not going. Why not? She asked. I'll give you two good reasons, he said. One, they don't like me, and two, I don't like them. His mother replied, I'll give you two good reasons why you should go to church. One, you're 54 years old, and two, you're the pastor. JC's PC. Jesus and Satan have an argument as to who is the better computer programmer. This goes on for a few hours until they agree to hold the contest with God as the judge. They set themselves before their computers and begin. They type furiously for hours, lines of code streaming up the screen. Seconds before the end of the competition, a bolt of lightning strikes, taking out the electricity. Moments later, the power is restored, and God announces that the contest is over. He asks Satan to show what he has come up with. Satan is visibly upset and cries, I have nothing. I lost it all when the power went out. Very well then, says God. Let us see if Jesus fared any better. Jesus enters a command, and the screen comes in life in vivid display. The voices of angelic choir pour forth from the speakers. Satan is astonished. He stutters, but how I lost everything yet Jesus' program is intact? How did he do it? God chuckles. Jesus saves. A drunken man staggered into a Catholic church and sat down in a confession box saying nothing. The bewildered priest coughed to attract his attention, but still the man said nothing. The priest then knocked on the wall 3 times in an attempt to get the man to speak. Finally, the drunk replied, no use knocking, mate. There's no paper in this one either. Why was Noah the most wicked man? He broke all 10 commandments at once. What kind of lights did Noah use on the ark? Floodlights.